Hey, my name's Mike Gass, and I'm the director of Reef Redemption here at Reef. And I want to talk to you guys today about one of the sandals we made in our Reef Redemption product series called the NWS. When we set out to design this thing at the beginning of the season, we challenged ourselves to make a sandal that would create as little waste in the process as possible. Also, the end goal that we were looking for was, hey, to create a sandal that's a typical Reef product with the same fit, quality, comfort, and style that you see in the rest of our line, but to make it in a more redemptive manner. If you look at the way the pieces of the upper are put together, those are called pattern pieces. That's what makes this sandal really special as well. These things fit together like a puzzle, and as you can see on the outsole, we put a little puzzle on the bottom to sort of give you the visual cue of what we were up to when we designed this thing. These pattern pieces mix together really well and create basically less than 1% of material waste, as opposed to some of the other styles that we may have made in the past with a much higher waste. And even on top of that, that little 1% of waste that we end up with at the end, we actually use to make this little piece on the sandal right here, which is called the toe post overlay. All of the stitching in this thing and all of the logo thread that you see and this material that lines the upper is all made from recycled water bottles. It's a material called recycled PET. And then when we move down to this part of the sandal called the midsole, this is 51% recycled EVA, and it's made in a compression molded manner. And what that does is reduces the material waste by over 20% and down to what ends up as less than 1% of material waste there. And any material that's left over there is recycled into the next batch to make the next batch of footbeds. And then to round out the thing, the outsole, we use an individual mold to make each outsole as opposed to a blocker mold or a flat sheet. And what that does is also reduce the waste down to about 1%, and any of that scrap material is also remixed into the next batch of outsoles. And the rubber itself is up to 30% recycled rubber. So we're pretty stoked with what we came out with here. The NWS is pretty much the premier piece in our line at this point in terms of what we were able to accomplish from a design standpoint, reducing the waste, using the recycled materials, and just putting a little less shame in our game.